Research shows that most people meet their soulmate around the age of 27. So if you're lucky enough to meet the one while you're still in high school, consider yourself blessed and highly favored. On today's case, Miss Handy says she met her boyfriend in high school, but she's wondering how lucky she really is since she says Mr. Cormier wants her to bear his children before marrying her. Miss Handy says she can't see herself doing either with a mama's boy who has a wandering eye. Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Handy versus Cormier.
Thank you very much. Ms. Handy, you are in court today because you say Mr. Cormier has strung you along for the last 7 years and you are done playing games.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Cormier, you are here today because you feel Ms. Handy is holding your past against you. That's hurting your relationship. And you'd like to walk out of my courtroom today with some clear resolution about your relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I see that our plaintiff has brought an eyewitness to your claims of a wandering eye, which we will get to a little later on in the case. Ms. Handy, you brought the case. Why are we here today?
Yes, Your Honor. We're here today because Geocolby is a cheater, he's a manipulative liar, and he's a mama's boy, and he's trying to trap me, and I'm just not with that. He wants me to have his children, and I told him I want to get married, and I'm not budging on it.
Well, you are standing in the space of the queen. I hear you right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, King, what you got?
Your Honor, we've been together for 7 years. I look good, I smell good, I work. I feel like at this point, if she could have found better, she would have by now. So I just feel like, why not have a baby and leave something on this earth? I could die tomorrow. Anything could happen.
I actually don't disagree with either one of you. Here's my question. Why have you not asked her to become your wife since she clearly is the queen that you desire?
Well, I don't think it's time for that just yet.
But it's time for you to become a father.
You
Oh,
probably
we're going to
should
get
ask
into
your
a
mom.
whole lot of conversation about this then. Okay? Why don't we go back a little bit? Because I know you all started off as young friends. How did we get to where we are today?
Yeah, Your Honor, we met in high school, and he just tried to talk to me. You know, we was young, and...
How young?
Like 15, 16.
Okay, so was this your first real boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was my first real boyfriend, and we just started talking and texting, and then eventually we're still together.
And you guys have been living together for 2 years?
Yeah, the past 2 years.
Okay. Talk to me about this mama's boy, because I've heard people say that in the past. What do you mean by mama's boy?
I mean, mama's boy, meaning, you know, it's cool to have a relationship with your mom. Like, that's normal. That's everybody call their mom and talk to them. But does everybody bring their mother into their relationship and just...
Does she like you?
No. And it's because of him.
Sounds like jealousy, Your Honor.
Why doesn't his mom like you?
I don't know. It's probably because of the stories he's told her. She doesn't like my attitude, but she also has a bad attitude.
Sounds like he's trying to make his mama his baby mama, because if y'all sound like y'all are a lot alike.
We are. We really are. So that's probably why he likes me and why I'm still here.
Mr. Cormier, I'm sorry. I'm listening. Your mom doesn't particularly care for your girlfriend, but the two of y'all have somehow made it work. Why do you think your mother doesn't care for her?
She doesn't care for her probably because of problems that we have endured in our relationship. I do vent to my mom a lot. She comes to my mom's house and she won't even speak.
But why would
She'll
you tell
walk
your
in
mom about
and
my
go
attitude?
straight to the kitchen, start eating, act like my mama not even right there. So if my mom doesn't like her, I feel like it has something to do with how she treats my mom and how she, you know, operates in the house when she does go to see my mom.
So, Miss Handy, is that correct? Is there a level of disrespect for you and the senior Mrs. Cormier?
No, ma'am. I don't disrespect that woman. I treat that woman how I give respect when respect is given to me. I don't never disrespect nobody.
Okay, but I'm gonna stop you right
house.
there. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. First of all, I have to imagine that the senior Mrs. Cormier is at least 15 years older than the two of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Just on general principle, when you walk into another woman's house who's older than you first start with speaking. I see that you were both from the South, so I know you were raised better than that.
Yes,
Your first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna speak to folk, okay? You're gonna ask how their day is and if they need anything. And the reason you're doing that is simply because that's how you were raised, and that's how you want your children to be raised, and that's how you want people to treat you. It's just a respect thing. Right. I mean, a lot of people think that that's old-fashioned, but sometimes old-fashioned values actually work. And by the way, you'll end up getting more out of that, Miss Handy, than anything else. And by the way, if she meets that kind attitude from you with negativity, then guess who's lost in that? She has.
With her honor, she also helps him lie.
Oh, talk to me about that.
Well, once upon a time, Geocolby said that he was going to his mom's house, which isn't common because we get into it, and then he want to go to his mom's house, and that's cool. But my woman's intuition just told me, put your AirPods in this car. You know,
Put your what?
My AirPods, like the little headphones, you know, if you take them out the case and you put them in somebody's car, like you can track them.
Investigator or something like that. Like, what are
Oh,
you doing?
excuse me, Mr. Cormier, be
track
quiet
them.
because Miss Handy about to give some knowledge to some folk.
Yeah,
you
you
took
could-
your AirPods
Take your
out of the
AirPods
case
out of the case
and
you
use
sit
them as a geolocator.
Yeah, you just tuck them under the seat.
You better go,
Yeah,
Inspector
you tuck them under the
Gadget.
seat, and then you could track them from your
Track,
phone. So I'm tracking the AirPods, my AirPods, in his car, and I'm watching him roll to another city. And then I call his mom, and I'm like, hey, is Geocolby over there? Just to see if she would lie to me or if she would tell me the truth. And she's like, yeah, he over here, he on the couch. No, he's not. He's 45 minutes away.
Your
And she
Honor, I have a
lied.
perfect
So that's another
explanation for
reason
that.
why I think we don't get along, because why would you lie for your son?
Tag your it.
Your Honor, that is a lie. My mom would never help me lie. I'm a faithful man. I don't need anybody to help me lie.
Why was Miss Handy's AirPods 45 minutes away from where you said you were going to be? Now, mind you, you can go where you want to go. You're a grown man. That's not the question here. The question is why you say you were one place when you were somewhere else.
Well, I was exactly where I said I was. I was at home, sleep, in the bed.
The car was parked in the same spot all night. He never moved it from that 45-minute away location.
When you called his supposed location, his mom said he was there, correct?
She told me yes, but he wasn't because I tracked the
Yep.
AirPods
Yep.
to a different city.
Stand in your caughtness.
So I'm laying in the bed and my phone slipped, so I gotta stick my arm back there. And as I'm trying to find my phone, I feel a couple strands of hair and I'm like, yeah, this not mine. I have the receipts, Your Honor.
Uh-oh.
Mr.
Evidence?
Bates, your hair
That
looks
much
good.
hair was in your
That
house?
much hair, Your Honor, like she tried to cut it out and leave me a present.
Exhibit
Caught
A.
up again, Exhibit A.
Yeah, no.
Now I'm going to get back to Mr. Cormier's point. It was very sneaky to put the geolocator, better known as AirPods, in the car. It was smart, but it was sneaky. So what would make you do something sneaky?
It was sneaky, Your Honor, because I have to be sneaky to try to catch him in his lies, and he would disrespect me in my face sometimes, so I know he would do it behind my back. Once upon a time, I came home from work, and, you know, I keep my house clean, I sweep, I mop, all that, nothing be on my floors. So I'm laying in the bed, chilling, trying to relax and unwind, and my phone slipped, like, you know, to the top of the headboard behind the mattress, so I gotta stick my arm back there and feel around. And as I'm feeling, trying to find my phone, I feel a couple strands of hair, and I'm like, okay, that's weird, because, like I said, I keep my house clean. And I pull it up, and it's these cheap little strands of hair. It was like, you could feel it in the texture that it was just not mine. And I only wear good quality wigs, good quality hair extensions.
I know that's right.
So when I pulled it up and I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, this not mine. So somebody been in my house. And I have the receipts, Your Honor.
Uh-oh.
Mr.
Evidence?
Mr. Bay, I got the evidence.
Okay,
The tracks
Mr. Bailiff?
have been brought.
Oh.
So, Your Honor, I see what
You wait
go
a
ahead.
minute.
Your hair
That
looks
much
good.
hair was in your
That
house?
much hair, Your Honor. Like she tried to cut it out and leave me a present to let me know that she liked cheap hair. And I should,
Excuse me, may I see
Yes, please.
the evidence?
and I see your extensions. I see you like good quality as well. So you
Yes.
can feel them and tell me which one you think.
Forensic files.
Your Honor, that's a piece of one of her
Look
wigs.
how long that is, Your
That's
Honor.
a piece of one of her wigs. She got so many different hairstyles.
Why would I cut my own
She gets
wig?
her hair done about every week, and some of her hairstyles, she saves them in the closet, in the
No.
drawers. So that could be a piece of
No.
one of those. Bobs, buns,
He's caught up again,
whatever it was.
Your Honor.
Exhibit
Caught
A.
up again. Exhibit A.
Yeah, no, that's both hers, Your Honor. She
Can
got
you
a lot
tell
of
the
different
difference, Your Honor?
hairstyles. She has a lot
Oh,
of
you
different
know I can
hairstyles.
tell the difference.
Exactly.
It's almost as if someone purposefully left
She
this
ripped
much
her own
hair
track out of her head.
so that they could mark their territory.
Yeah.
That's
In my
set up.
house.
A setup is what it sounds like.
Were you being set up by somebody, you think?
I think I'm being set up by Katylyn.
Why would she want to set you up? Because she says she loves you.
Well, I think she may be deflecting. I think maybe she's doing some things that she's not proud of, and she puts all this energy on me to deflect from what she may be doing.
Mr. Cormier, that sounds like an allegation. Let me hear what you're saying, sir.
Well, one time, her phone was just sitting on a nightstand. She had it unlocked. It was open to her Instagram DMs, right?
Uh-huh.
So I decided to scroll through a little bit.
Oh, so somebody else is sneaky in the relationship. You look too.
I'm a little sneaky, but, you know, she goes a little further than I do.
Nah, but sneaky is as sneaky does. Y'all go through each other's phones.
Every time.
Y'all put geolocators. Okay, no judgment. All right, what'd you find?
I found some messages between her and the dude. They calling each other baby, asking you where you been, trading numbers, and then she even sent him pictures. But on Instagram, when you send pictures, there's a certain way you send pictures and it'll expire. I do have text message evidence that I submitted.
You brought evidence also.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go to the videotape.
As you can see here, Your Honor, the dude is asking her where she's been, and she's like, where you been? Like, why are you worrying about where this dude is at? And then she's like, I've been good, baby, baby.
Okay, oh, where you been? LOL, nah, where you been? I moved, but I just got back, maybe like 4 days ago. You been okay, my love? LOL, okay, I've been good, baby. What about you?
Does that look like a faithful person to you?
Your Honor, I don't know what this is or how he got that, but that is
does
not,
that look like
that is
somebody
not
that's
me.
scared to get cheated on, or is that somebody
Your
who's
Honor, that's not, I don't
deflecting
even know how
because
he
they
got
a lot
that.
of
He probably
secrets in
screenshotted his
their
own
closet?
messages.
You could pull out her phone right now and
Please.
probably go to it. She didn't
No.
even know I had this.
Are we doing comparison cheating, or, Miss Handy, am I going to say to you, stand in your caughtness? You have a live witness to what your accusations are, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I noticed the car and I look and I'm like, that looks like Geocolby. I seen Geocolby with his arm on the back of the driver chair and the other lady smiling and giggling.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
Did that come from your phone?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
You know if it came from your phone.
I do not. I don't recall seeing the messages.
I didn't ask you, did you see that message? I said, did it come from your phone? And you know if it came from your phone.
It did.
I can tell you right now, if I was texting with a man that was not my husband, I'd remember that I was texting with a man that was not my
That was
husband.
my.
Why would I make this up?
He's trying to make me look guilty, Your Honor. I don't
It's
know.
handy.
make
We're
her
not
look
making
anything than
anybody
what
look
she
guilty.
is.
I would just like to say that this is supposed to be a truthful space. If we're not going to, I mean, stand in your caughtness.
Stand in it.
You were flirting with a dude on Instagram. And that's what y'all do sometimes,
Get on
which
it.
I have a
We were
problem
on a
with.
break, Your Honor.
Let her know, Your Honor. Let her know. Oh,
We were on a break.
we were on a break, but when we got back together, we discussed what happened during the break, and she said she was faithful, you know, working on her businesses, working on herself.
Miss Handy, you said you've accused him of things, but you've never seen anything. Mr. Cormier said he's accused you of things, and he's presented evidence. You say you have a live witness to what your accusations are. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that is Miss Lee, who has joined us. Miss Lee, will you please join the plaintiff, because I would like to speak to someone who is going to do what we used to say in our courtroom, an eyewitness account. Is that fair to say? Would you please state your name for the court?
Javisha Lee.
Miss Lee, what's your relationship with the plaintiff?
Me and Katylyn have been friends for 4 years now.
Okay, so you consider her to be one of your girls. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
Okay, so according to the plaintiff, you have specific information as to something that Mr. Cormier did that speaks to her allegations of cheating. Please share it with the court.
Yes. So, Your Honor, one day I was riding, I was on my way home, and as I was about to turn, I noticed the car on side me, you know, just nosy. And I look and I'm like,
Nosy is right.
that looks like Geocolby. And then I had to look again, and he has a distinctive shaped head. I'm like, that is Geocolby. What is he doing on this side of town in a blue Mazda when y'all live like 30 minutes away?
What was Mr. Cormier allegedly doing? Was he just in the car? He was driving a blue Mazda?
He was not driving, Your Honor. He was the passenger.
Oh, and the plot
There was
thickens.
another girl in the car. That was not Katylyn.
Okay. What did you see, Ms. Lee?
I seen Geocolby as a passenger with his arm on the back of the driver chair and the other lady smiling and giggling.
She's exaggerating, Your Honor.
I'm not
I did
exaggerating.
not have my arm.
I had
around
my
no
glasses
lady.
on
I was
that
in the
day. I
passenger
see really
seat,
well.
Sitting there, riding, looking out the window like anybody does in the car. We were just friends. That was actually my coworker. We were on lunch break. We were going only about 15 to 20 minutes to go
Why
get something
are
to eat and
you
come back.
on lunch break way across town from
Your
where
Honor,
you live and work?
My friend, she asked if I just wanted to hop in with her. We could go get some food, come right back. No big deal. I guess while we were in the car, we got Miss Nosy peeking around. She's, I guess, catching pictures of me in a car with somebody else, but do you have a picture of me kissing somebody else? Were we hugging? Did you hear me say that I was, you know,
I didn't know what you were doing, but I knew who you were with.
Other women.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lee. I find your testimony to be credible. As a matter of fact, Mr. Cormier, you don't deny that you were in that car.
I was in the car, but I think her friend is just kind of jealous. You know, she wished she had a guy like me in her life. You know, she's been through a few relationships, and I just feel like she's trying to keep Katylyn single so that they can go have hot girl fun together. I'm trying to make Katylyn a hot mama.
Actually, that does bring us to exactly where I want to be. You want to make Miss Handy a hot mama.
Yes, Your Honor.
But I haven't heard you say anything about a hot wife. What makes you think that you are ready to be a father and Miss Handy is ready to be the mother of your children, but she's not worthy enough to become your wife?
She is worthy to become my wife, so I thought. But, I mean, the past few years, the accusations, the paranoia, it's just gotten crazy. And I feel like, you know, she's deflecting so much that maybe she has a lot going on. And marriage has been kind of put on hold. But I feel like having a baby, that would kind of bring us closer.
That don't make no sense, Your Honor.
Well, Miss Handy, I'm going to actually let you make your case. Why are you not interested?
I did say I wanted kids, and I mean, I do eventually, but I want to get married first, and he knows that, and that's what I told him since
She's
we were
worried
kids.
about her looks, Your Honor.
That's
She's
not
very
what I'm worried
selfish.
about. He
Very
knows that I
selfish.
grew up without a
Yeah.
father, and I want my children to be able to have the whole family dynamic in their life, like not all the separate baby daddy, baby mama, and he don't want to give me that. So
That's
until he
not-
wants to marry me and put a ring on my finger, he not getting no kids, and I stand on that.
Robert, clap.
Mr. Bay, thank you.
Don't clap.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I couldn't have said it any better. First of all, y'all are far too young to even be contemplating all of this. This should be hot couple fun time. You should be having as much fun as you can. You might want to be a father. It sounds more like you want to lock down the mother. And let me tell you something about relationships. You are using very good discernment right now, Miss Handy, because the way these things work, oftentimes, you'll end up becoming a baby mama, and he'll go out to work the next day and meet one of them cute co-workers who's nice enough with the blue Mazda, and all of a sudden the taxi light is back on and he's interested in making her a wife.
Exactly.
You'll be home as a baby mama. And that's not what Miss Handy wants, Mr. Cormier. You should also want a woman to be the mother of your children who is going to stand in her own uniqueness, be smart enough to say that I want to build an actual family unit. And young man, until you are ready to build a family unit, you can't put pressure on this young lady. She's not interested in bearing the children of a man who is not ready to be her husband. Have I surmised that very well?
Very well.
Okay, so this is where we have ended up. If you're not ready to make her your wife, and I don't think you are ready, you are certainly not ready to be his wife, because y'all are not really good boyfriend and girlfriends. You don't trust each other. I like y'all cute as can be. I think you might have fun dating, but y'all gonna make up, y'all gonna break up. Y'all gonna make up, y'all gonna break up. Until that is a cycle that has been broken, you don't need to be together.
See what she said. I knew she was gonna take my side.
But you didn't have any evidence of me cheating on you. So
You don't
why
have a
would you even do
response to
something like
nothing
that?
ever. And why would
Yeah,
you
but
grab some out of my phone?
why was it even in your phone? You
Because.
said you weren't talking to anybody while we were on a break, so what was the point of that?
But what does it matter? We on a break.
You calling him baby, y'all exchanging numbers for what?
Too young, not ready,
Right.
bad relationship does not a family make.
They should just keep dating.
What's
And
wrong with dating
That's what I'm saying.
anymore?
But-
Hot girl, fun. Hot man, fun.
Exactly. To have a kid before getting married, I mean, I've heard of oops, you know.
I know. But intentionally?
Yeah.
Oh, no. And I'm so glad we put that bad hair to rest.
Oh, please. Thank you.
made in Georgia.